Hey there, folks. Ever wondered why some people seem to age like fine wine, especially those enigmatic INFJ? Well, buckle up, cause we're about to dive deep into the fascinating world of personality types and the secrets behind why INFJ might just be sipping from the fountain of youth without even knowing it. Have you ever met someone who's technically getting older but somehow seems more vibrant, wise, and alive than ever? Chances are, you might have crossed paths with an INFJ, those rare gems of the personality world who've got a knack for growing younger with age. But how do they do it? What's their secret sauce? Today we're going to uncover the 5 mind-blowing secrets that make INFJ age like Benjamin Button. Whether you're an INFJ yourself or just curious about what makes these unique individuals tick, you're in for a treat. So, grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's unravel this mystery together. 1. The power of introspection. INFJ fountain of youth. Let's kick things off with the first secret. INFJ have an uncanny ability to look inward, and boy, does it pay off. You see, these folks aren't just daydreamers, they're professional soul searchers. And this knack for introspection, it's like their personal time machine. Picture this: while most of us are out there chasing the next big thing, INFJ are sitting quietly, diving deep into their own minds. They're like mental scuba divers, exploring the depths of their thoughts and feelings. But here's the kicker. This isn't just some navel-gazing exercise. Nope, it's their secret weapon against aging. You might be wondering, how the heck does thinking about yourself make you younger? Well, hold on to your hats, 'cause I'm about to blow your mind. When INFJ take the time to really understand themselves, they're actually doing some heavy lifting for their mental and emotional well-being. First off, this constant self-reflection helps them spot patterns in their behavior. They're like detectives, always on the lookout for clues about what makes them tick. And when they figure something out, oh boy, it's like they've struck gold. They can nip bad habits in the bud before they take root and nurture the good ones until they bloom. But it doesn't stop there. This introspection also helps INFJ process their emotions like pros. Instead of letting stress and negativity pile up like dirty laundry, they're constantly sorting through their feelings, folding them neatly and putting them away. It's like emotional Marie Kondoing, and let me tell you, it works wonders for keeping those worry lines at bay. And here's another cool thing: all this self-awareness leads to better decision-making. INFJ aren't out there making rash choices that'll come back to bite them later. Nope, they're taking their time, weighing their options, and making choices that align with their values. It's like they've got a roadmap for life, and they're following it to a T. But wait, there's more. This introspection isn't just about avoiding the bad stuff, it's also about embracing the good. INFJ are masters at recognizing what brings them joy and fulfillment. And when you know what makes you happy, well, you're more likely to pursue it, aren't you? It's like they've got a happiness compass, always pointing them towards their true north. Now, I know what you're thinking: all this thinking must be exhausting, and you're not wrong. It can be intense. But here's the thing: for INFJ, it's as natural as breathing. They're not forcing it, they're just letting their minds do what comes naturally. And the results? They're nothing short of amazing. This constant self-reflection keeps their minds sharp and agile. It's like mental gymnastics, keeping their brains flexible and young. While others might be set in their ways, INFJ are always open to new insights about themselves. They're like mental Benjamin Buttons, growing more youthful in their thinking as time goes on. But don't just take my word for it. Studies have shown that self-awareness and emotional intelligence, 2 things INFJ have in spades, are linked to better mental health, lower stress levels, and even improved physical health. It's like they've found the cheat code for aging, and it's all happening inside their heads. So the next time you see an INFJ lost in thought, don't interrupt them. They're not just daydreaming, they're actively working on staying young. It's their secret fountain of youth, and it's always flowing right between their ears. 2. Embracing change. The INFJ's superpower. All right, folks, are you ready for secret number 2? Hold on to your hats, cause this one's a doozy. INFJ have this incredible superpower that keeps them young at heart. They're change champions. That's right, while most of us are busy resisting change like it's a bad case of the flu, INFJ are out there welcoming it with open arms. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, I thought INFJ were all about routine and stability, and you're not entirely wrong. These folks do love their comfort zones. But here's the twist: they're also weirdly good at adapting when the winds of change start blowing. It's like they've got this secret switch that flips from cozy routine to bring it on, world in the blink of an eye. So how does this keep them young? Well, let me break it down for you. First off, embracing change keeps their minds flexible. It's like mental yoga. The more they stretch themselves to adapt to new situations, the more limber their brains become. While others might be stuck in their ways, INFJ are out there doing mental backflips, keeping their thinking fresh and youthful. But it's not just about mental gymnastics. This openness to change also keeps INFJ learning and growing. They're like sponges soaking up new experiences and knowledge. And let me tell you, nothing keeps you young like constantly learning new things. It's like they've found the secret to eternal youth, and it's hiding in every new experience they embrace. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. INFJ don't just accept change, they actually get excited about it. It's like they've got this built-in sense of adventure that kicks in whenever life throws them a curveball. While others might be freaking out about a big life change, INFJ are secretly rubbing their hands together, thinking, ooh, what can I learn from this? This excitement for change keeps their spirits young and vibrant. It's like they've got this endless well of enthusiasm that never runs dry. They're always looking forward to what's next, always curious about what's around the corner. And let me tell you, that kind of curiosity, it's infectious, it keeps them young, and it keeps everyone around them feeling young too. But here's the really cool part: INFJ don't just embrace external changes. They're also all about personal growth and transformation. They're constantly looking for ways to improve themselves, to become better versions of who they are. It's like they've got this internal renovation project going on all the time. And they're the architects, the builders, and the interior designers all rolled into one. This commitment to personal growth, it's like their secret weapon against aging. While others might be set in their ways, INFJ are out there reinventing themselves. They're like shapeshifters, always evolving, always becoming. And let me tell you, that kind of constant renewal, it's the ultimate anti-aging cream, but for the soul. Now, I know what you're thinking, all this change must be exhausting, and you're not wrong. It can be a lot. But here's the thing: for INFJ, it's energizing. It's like they've got this hidden battery that gets recharged by new experiences and personal growth. The more they change and adapt, the more alive they feel. And it's not just about feeling young. This openness to change actually keeps them young in many ways. Studies have shown that people who are adaptable and open to new experiences tend to age more gracefully, both mentally and physically. It's like INFJ have found the secret to turning back the clock, and it's all in their attitude towards change. But wait, there's more. This embrace of change also helps INFJs stay relevant and connected to the world around them. While others might be complaining about kids these days or struggling to keep up with new technology, INFJ are out there learning TikTok dances and mastering the latest apps. They're like chameleons, blending seamlessly into every new environment. This ability to stay current and connected, it's like social Botox. It keeps them feeling young and vibrant no matter their actual age. They're not just observers of the changing world, they're active participants, riding the waves of change like pros. So, the next time you see an INFJ excited about a new challenge or eagerly adapting to a big life change, don't be surprised. They're not just going with the flow, they're actively seeking out the current, using it to keep themselves young, vibrant, and alive. It's their superpower, and it's one of the biggest reasons why INFJ seem to grow younger with age. 3. The art of deep connections. INFJ, emotional fountain of youth. Alright folks, are you ready for secret number 3? Brace yourselves, because this one's a real heart warmer. INFJ have this incredible gift for forming deep, meaningful connections with others. And let me tell you, it's like they've discovered the emotional fountain of youth. Now, you might be thinking, hold up, aren't INFJs supposed to be introverts? How are they forming all these connections? Well, here's the thing: INFJ might not be the life of every party, but when it comes to one-on-one interactions, they're absolute rock stars. They've got this uncanny ability to dive deep into conversations, creating bonds that go way beyond small talk. So how does this keep them young? Well, buckle up, 'cause I'm about to spill the beans. First off, these deep connections keep INFJ emotionally nourished. It's like they're constantly feeding their souls with meaningful interactions. And let me tell you, a well-fed soul, it's the secret ingredient to staying young at heart. But it's not just about feeling good. These deep connections actually have some serious anti-aging benefits. Studies have shown that strong social bonds can boost your immune system, lower stress levels, and even increase your lifespan. It's like INFJ have found the ultimate health elixir, and it's made of pure, unadulterated human connection. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. INFJ don't just form these connections, they nurture them like prized roses in a garden. They're always checking in, always listening, always there when you need them. And this constant nurturing? It keeps their empathy muscles strong and flexible. It's like emotional CrossFit, keeping their hearts young and vibrant. But wait, there's more. These deep connections also provide INFJ with a constant source of new perspectives and ideas. Every conversation is like a window into someone else's world, and INFJ are always eager to peek through. This constant exposure to new viewpoints keeps their minds open and their thinking young. It's like they're getting a mental massage every time they have a deep conversation. Now I know what you're thinking, all this deep connection must be exhausting, and you're not wrong. It can be intense. But here's the thing for INFJ, it's energizing. It's like they've got this hidden battery that gets recharged by meaningful interactions. The more they connect, the more alive they feel. And it's not just about feeling young, these connections actually help INFJs stay young in many ways. For one, they provide a support network that can help cushion life's blows. When you've got friends who really get you, who are there for you through thick and thin, it's like you've got a safety net for your emotions. And let me tell you, that kind of security, it can take years off your emotional age. But here's the really cool part, these deep connections also give INFJ a sense of purpose. They're not just living for themselves, they're living for the people they care about. They're making a difference in the lives of others. And that sense of meaning, it's like fuel for the soul. It keeps them going, keeps them engaged with life, keeps them young. And let's not forget about the laughter and joy these connections bring. INFJ might be deep thinkers, but they also know how to have fun with their close friends. Those inside jokes, those shared memories, those moments of pure, unadulterated joy, they're like youth serum for the spirit. Every laugh line is a testament to a life well lived, a connection well forged. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. INFJ also aren't afraid to dive into the deep end of emotions with their connections. They're there for the tough conversations, the painful moments, the times when life gets real. And while this might sound aging, it's actually the opposite. By facing these challenges head-on with their loved ones, INFJ are building resilience. They're learning, growing, becoming stronger. It's like they're emotional weightlifters, and every tough conversation is another rep, making them stronger and more youthful. So, the next time you see an INFJ deep in conversation with someone, don't interrupt them. They're not just chatting, they're actively working on staying young. It's their secret emotional fountain of youth, and it's flowing freely in every deep connection they make. 4. The power of imagination, INFJ mental fountain of youth. Alright folks, are you ready for secret number 4? Hold on to your hats, because we're about to take a dive into the wonderful world of INFJ imagination. That's right, these creative powerhouses have tapped into a mental fountain of youth that keeps their minds as fresh and vibrant as a spring meadow. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, don't we all have imagination? And you're not wrong. But INFJ, they've turned imagination into an art form. It's like they've got a direct hotline to Creativity Central, and they're not afraid to use it. So, how does this keep them young? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because I'm about to blow your mind. First off, this constant flow of imagination keeps their minds active and engaged. It's like they've got a mental playground that's always open for business. While others might be zoning out, INFJ are building castles in the air, crafting stories in their minds, and dreaming up solutions to problems that don't even exist yet. But it's not just about keeping busy. This active imagination actually has some serious anti-aging benefits for the brain. Studies have shown that creative thinking can improve cognitive function, boost memory, and even help prevent age-related mental decline. It's like INFJ have found the ultimate brain gym, and the equipment is all in their heads. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. INFJ don't just use their imagination for daydreaming, although they're pretty darn good at that too. They apply it to every aspect of their lives. Got a problem at work? They'll imagine a dozen solutions before lunch. Trying to understand a friend's perspective? They'll put themselves in their shoes so completely, you'd think they were method actors. This constant application of imagination keeps their minds flexible and adaptable. It's like they're doing mental yoga every day, stretching their thoughts in new and exciting directions. And let me tell you, a flexible mind, it's the secret to staying young upstairs. But wait, there's more. This vivid imagination also helps INFJs stay optimistic and hopeful. When life throws them lemons, they don't just make lemonade, they imagine an entire lemonade empire, complete with franchises and a catchy jingle. This ability to see possibilities where others see obstacles. It's like an internal fountain of youth, keeping their spirits young and vibrant, no matter what life throws their way. Now, I know what you're thinking, all this imagining must be exhausting, and you're not wrong. It can be intense. But here's the thing for INFJ, it's energizing. It's energizing. It's like they've got this hidden battery that gets recharged by creative thinking. The more they imagine, the more alive they feel. And it's not just about feeling young. This active imagination actually helps INFJ stay young in many ways. For one, it keeps them curious about the world around them. They're always wondering, always questioning, always imagining what if. And that curiosity, it's like fertilizer for the mind, helping new ideas and perspectives grow and flourish. But here's the really cool part, this imagination also helps INFJ connect with people of all ages. They can just as easily get lost in a game of pretend with a child as they can in a deep philosophical discussion with an elder. It's like they've got this magical ability to tune into the wavelength of whoever they're with, keeping them young at heart and wise in spirit. And let's not forget about the joy their imagination brings. INFJ might be deep thinkers, but they also know how to use their creativity to bring light and laughter into the world. Those clever jokes, those whimsical stories, those moments of pure, imaginative play. They're like youth serum for the soul. Every laugh, every aha moment, every creative solution is a testament to the youthful vibrancy of their minds. But it's not all fun and games. INFJ also use their imagination to tackle serious issues and envision a better absolutely. Let's dive right back into our exploration of the INFJ's incredible imagination and how it keeps them young at heart. But it's not all fun and games. INFJ also use their imagination to tackle serious issues and envision a better world. They're like mental architects, constantly drafting blueprints for a brighter future. This ability to imagine positive change. It's like a shield against cynicism and world weariness. While others might get jaded with age, INFJ stay young by keeping their eyes on the prize, a world that could be, if we just dare to imagine it. And here's another cool thing, this vivid imagination often translates into creative pursuits. Whether it's writing, painting, music, or any other form of art, INFJ often have a creative outlet that keeps their minds active and their spirits young. It's like they've got this internal fountain of creativity that never runs dry, constantly refreshing their perspective on life. But the benefits don't stop there. This rich inner world that INFJ cultivate through their imagination, it's like a personal retreat center that they can visit anytime, anywhere. Feeling stressed? They can imagine themselves in a peaceful garden. Need inspiration? They can conjure up conversations with historical figures or fictional mentors. It's like they've got a mental Swiss Army knife, ready to tackle any emotional or intellectual challenge. Now, you might be wondering, doesn't all this imagining take them out of the real world? And that's a fair question. But here's the thing, INFJ have this uncanny ability to balance their rich inner world with the outer reality. They're not escaping from life, they're enhancing it. Their imagination isn't a distraction, it's a tool they use to engage more deeply with the world around them. This balance between inner and outer worlds. It's like a secret recipe for staying young. They're neither stuck in rigid reality nor lost in fantasy. Instead, they're dancing between the two, taking the best from both worlds. It's like they've found the perfect cocktail for mental youth, and they're sipping it daily. But let's talk about problem solving for a sec. INFJ imagination isn't just about daydreams and creativity, it's a powerhouse when it comes to finding solutions. They can look at a problem from a million different angles, imagining outcomes and possibilities that others might miss. This ability to think outside the box, it keeps their minds agile and young. They're not stuck in old ways of thinking, they're constantly exploring new paths. And get this, their imagination even helps them in their relationships. INFJ can use their vivid mental imagery to put themselves in others' shoes, imagining how they feel and what they need. This empathy superpower, it helps them form deeper connections and navigate social situations with grace. And, as we know, strong social bonds are a key ingredient in the recipe for staying young. But here's the kicker, INFJ imagination also helps them prepare for the future. They're not just dreaming about what could be, they're actively imagining different scenarios and planning for them. It's like they've got a mental time machine, allowing them to explore potential futures and prepare for them. This forward-thinking approach, It keeps them young by keeping them ready for whatever life throws their way. Now I know what you might be thinking, doesn't all this imagining and planning cause anxiety? And you're not wrong to ask. For some it might. But for INFJ it's different. Their imagination isn't a source of worry, it's a tool for growth and preparation. It's like they've got a mental gymnasium where they can work out different scenarios, building emotional and mental muscles that keep them resilient and young at heart. And let's not forget about the sheer joy that imagination brings. In a world that can sometimes feel dull or routine, INFJ have this amazing ability to find wonder in the ordinary. A simple walk in the park can turn into an epic adventure in their minds. A quiet moment can bloom into a profound realization. This ability to find magic in the mundane, it's like they've discovered the secret to eternal wonder, keeping their hearts young and their eyes bright with curiosity. So the next time you see an INFJ with that faraway look in their eyes, don't assume they're zoning out. They're not just daydreaming, they're actively working on staying young. Their imagination isn't an escape, it's their secret weapon against the wear and tear of time. It's their mental fountain of youth, and it's flowing freely in every thought, every idea, every dream they conjure up. 5. The quest for meaning. INFJ spiritual fountain of youth. Alright folks, we've made it to the final secret. And let me tell you, we've saved the best for last. This one's a real doozy, so hold on to your seats. The 5th secret to why INFJ grow younger with age. It's their insatiable quest for meaning. That's right, these deep thinkers have tapped into a spiritual fountain of youth that keeps them as vibrant and alive as a summer sunrise. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, doesn't searching for meaning make you all serious and old before your time? And I get where you're coming from. But for INFJ, it's the exact opposite. Their search for meaning isn't a burden, it's the fuel that keeps their spirits young and their minds engaged. So how does this keep them young? Well, buckle up, buttercup, because I'm about to blow your mind. First off, this constant quest for meaning keeps INFJ intellectually stimulated. They're always asking questions, always digging deeper, always looking for the why behind everything. It's like they've got this internal philosopher that never takes a day off. And let me tell you, keeping your mind active like that, it's better than any brain training app you can download. But it's not just about mental gymnastics. This search for meaning actually has some serious anti-aging benefits for the soul. Studies have shown that people who have a sense of purpose in life tend to live longer, healthier lives. It's like INFJ have found the ultimate life hack, and it's all in how they approach the world. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. INFJ don't just search for meaning in the big philosophical questions of life, although they're pretty darn good at that too. They look for meaning in everything from their daily routines to their relationships, from their work to their hobbies. It's like they've got this magical ability to find profound significance in the most ordinary things. This constant meaning-making keeps their spirits young and vibrant. While others might get bogged down by the mundane aspects of life, INFJ are out there turning everyday moments into profound experiences. A simple cup of coffee becomes a meditation on the interconnectedness of the world. A chat with a stranger becomes a lesson in human nature. It's like they're living life in high definition, with every moment full of color and significance. But wait, there's more. This quest for meaning also helps INFJs stay resilient in the face of life's challenges. When tough times hit, they don't just suffer through them, they look for the lesson, the growth opportunity, the silver lining. It's like they've got this internal alchemist, turning the lead of difficult experiences into the gold of wisdom and personal growth. Now, I know what you're thinking, all this deep thinking must be exhausting, and you're not wrong. It can be intense. But here's the thing for INFJ, it's energizing. It's like they've got this hidden battery that gets recharged by exploring life's big questions. The more meaning they find, the more alive they feel. And it's not just about feeling young. This quest for meaning actually helps INFJs stay young in many ways. For one, it keeps them learning and growing. They're not content with surface-level understanding, they're always diving deeper, always expanding their knowledge and perspectives. And that constant growth, it's like fertilizer for the brain, helping new neural connections bloom and flourish. But here's the really cool part, this search for meaning also helps INFJs stay connected to their authentic selves. They're not out there trying to fit into society's mold or live up to others' expectations. Nope, they're on a mission to understand themselves and live in alignment with their values. And that authenticity, it's like a secret ingredient in the recipe for staying young at heart. And let's not forget about the sense of wonder this quest for meaning brings. INFJ have this amazing ability to find awe in the world around them. Whether it's marveling at the complexity of nature or being moved by acts of human kindness, they're constantly in touch with the beauty and mystery of life. This sense of wonder, it's like a direct line to their inner child, keeping their hearts young and their eyes bright with curiosity. But it's not all just personal growth and wonder. INFJ quest for meaning often translates into a desire to make a positive impact on the world. They're not content with just understanding life's big questions. They want to use that understanding to create positive change. Whether it's through their work, their relationships, or their personal projects, they're always looking for ways to contribute to the greater good. This desire to make a difference, it's like rocket fuel for the spirit. It gives them a sense of purpose that keeps them engaged with life, no matter their age. While others might become disillusioned or apathetic over time, INFJs stay young by staying committed to their vision of a better world. And here's another cool thing: this quest for meaning helps INFJ find connections between seemingly unrelated ideas. They're like mental detectives, always looking for patterns and links that others might miss. This ability to see the big picture and make innovative connections, it keeps their thinking fresh and young, preventing them from getting stuck in rigid thought patterns. But let's talk about spirituality for a sec. For many INFJ, their quest for meaning often leads them to explore spiritual or philosophical ideas. And this spiritual exploration, it's like a fountain of youth for the soul. Whether they're meditating, studying ancient wisdom, or developing their own personal philosophy, they're constantly nurturing their inner lives. This rich inner world, it's like a wellspring of youth that never runs dry. Now, you might be wondering, doesn't all this deep thinking and spiritual exploration make them detached from reality? And that's a fair question. But here's the thing: INFJ have this amazing ability to balance their inner quest with practical action in the world. They're not just thinking about life's big questions, they're out there living them, applying their insights to make their lives and the lives of others better. This balance between inner exploration and outer action, it's like a secret recipe for staying young. They're neither lost in abstract thought nor caught up in the rat race. Instead, they're dancing between the two, bringing depth and meaning to every aspect of their lives. It's like they've found the perfect blend of wisdom and wonder, keeping them young at heart and old in soul in the best possible way. So, the next time you see an INFJ with that thoughtful, full look in their eyes, don't assume they're worrying about the weight of the world. They're not just pondering, they're actively working on staying young. Their quest for meaning isn't a burden, it's their secret weapon against the jadedness that can come with age. It's their spiritual fountain of youth, and it's flowing freely in every question they ask, every insight they gain, every moment of meaning they create. Conclusion. And there you have it, folks, the 5 mind-blowing secrets behind why INFJs seem to grow younger with age. From their power of introspection to their embrace of change, from their deep connections to their vivid imaginations, and finally to their quest for meaning, these aren't just personality traits. They're the secret ingredients in the INFJ's recipe for eternal youth. But here's the thing: these secrets aren't really secrets at all. They're superpowers that every INFJ possesses, often without even realizing it. It's not about trying to stay young. It's about living in a way that naturally keeps their spirits vibrant, their minds engaged, and their hearts open. So whether you're an INFJ yourself or you're lucky enough to have one in your life, take a moment to appreciate this unique approach to life. It's not about fighting against time or trying to turn back the clock. It's about embracing life fully, in all its complexity and wonder. It's about staying curious, staying connected, and always searching for meaning. And who knows? Maybe we can all take a page out of the INFJ playbook. Maybe the secret to staying young isn't in any fancy cream or miracle diet. Maybe it's in how we approach life with openness, with imagination, with a quest for depth and meaning. So here's to the INFJ, those rare souls who seem to have cracked the code of aging gracefully. They remind us that youth isn't just about how we look on the outside. It's about how we feel on the inside, how we engage with the world, how we connect with others, and how we find meaning in our journey through life. And that, my friends, is a kind of youth that never fades. It's a vibrant, ever-renewing energy that keeps INFJ young at heart, no matter what the calendar might say. So the next time you meet an INFJ, take a closer look. you might just catch a glimpse of what eternal youth really looks like.